Why is autism referred to as a spectrum? You're probably familiar with the term autism spectrum disorder, but why exactly is autism referred to as a spectrum? Let's discuss. Well, autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD, is a neurological and developmental disorder that begins early on in childhood and lasts through a person's life. It affects the way a person interacts with others, communicates with others, and even learns. In 2018, the CDC determined that approximately 1 in 59 children is diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder. Now, we often hear the medical practitioners say that a child is on the spectrum. This usually refers to the specific set of behavioral and developmental problems and the challenges associated with autism spectrum disorder. Being on the spectrum for them means that your child's communication, social, and play skills are affected in some way. To further categorize, experts use different names to describe ASD. These include number 1, pervasive developmental disorder. PDD. Number 2, pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified. Number 3, Asperger's syndrome. Number 4, high functioning autism. All of these names fall under the term of ASD. If your child falls on the spectrum, it means they exhibit different behavioral patterns. Classic autism or autism disorder is the most severe of the autism spectrum disorders. According to the Autism Spectrum Resource Center, only 20% of people on the autism spectrum have classic autism. The overwhelming majority falls somewhere on the milder range of the spectrum. In order to determine whether your child has autism, a related autism spectrum disorder, or other developmental conditions, clinicians look carefully at the way your child socializes, communicates, and behaves. Diagnosis is based on the patterns of behavior that are revealed during evaluation, which is then run through the DSM-5 diagnostic criteria. DSM-5 is the 5th edition of its Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. The team of specialists involved in diagnosing your child may include child psychologists, child psychiatrists, speech pathologists, developmental pediatricians, pediatric neurologists, audiologists, physical therapists, special education teachers. Determining where your child falls on the spectrum is not a brief process. There is no single medical test that can diagnose it definitively. Instead, in order to accurately pinpoint your child's problem, multiple evaluations and tests are necessary. For more information on autism and the spectrum, sign up at Abudo's online platform and make your loved one's autism manageable.